Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. As you know by the title, in this video we are going to write a code to check if a number is prime or not in C language. We will draw the flowchart and also we will write the code for the same program. So let us first discuss what is a prime number. So prime number is defined as a number which is divisible by 1 and itself. For example, the number 3, it is only divisible by 1 and itself. The number 7, the number 5, the number 17, 19, these are the few examples of a prime number. So we will draw a flowchart and we will write a code in language C for the prime number. So let us first start by drawing the flowchart. First we will write start, and then what do we need? We need a counter to count how many times the number is divisible. So the counter is first set to 0. Always we set a counter or a flag value to 0. This we are using in this code to count if it is divisible by 2, if it is only divisible by 1 and itself. That is, if the counter becomes 2 once it is divisible by 1 and once it is divisible by itself, the counter will become 2. So that's how we will check. We will discuss the logic in a few minutes. So let me first just draw the flowchart. We will input a number that we need to check. We will draw a parallelogram to input n. Let n be that number, and then we will write a for loop. This is the syntax of for loop. The loop will run from I to I less than equals to n step 1. This is comma. Then inside the for loop we check if the number is divisible by I or not. So for condition we use condition, and if else we use a rhombus. So if n modulus I is equals to 0 question mark, if this condition is true, we will increment the value of C. We'll assign C is equals to C plus 1. Now let us move forward. If this condition is false, now you know that for loop is connected with a connector. Now if this condition is false, we'll connect it with this connector, and this is the connector of the for loop. If you have not watched the previous lectures, it will be a little difficult for you to understand this. So for those of you whose basic understanding are not clear for flowchart, they can watch the previous lecture where I've discussed in details about flowcharts in C. So this is the for loop. We've checked the condition true. If it is true, we'll increment the value. If it is false, then it will go back again. Then after the for loop is complete and this condition is false, it will come out of the loop and checking is done. If this value of C is incremented by 2, that means if C is equals to 2, this condition is true, then we will print it is prime. If this condition is false, then we will print it is not prime. And stop. Okay, for those of you who didn't understood the logic, let me show you how this is working, how this flowchart is working. So this is the flowchart. So first of all, it's the start, then C is equals to 0. So let me write it here. C is initially set to 0, right? Then we have input a number, let's say Let's try run the code. Let's say that n is 13. Let's take a small digit. Let's take 7. Okay, 7. So for I is equals to 1 to I less than equals to n, that means I will run till 7. 7 is also included because we have used I less than or equals to n, that is 7. So initially I is 1. Okay, I is 1. So 1 less than equals to n, that is 7. This condition is true. It will get inside the block of the for loop that is here. Then it will check if n modulus I is 0. So 7 modulus 1 is 0. It means this condition is true. Modulus means the remainder. When we divide 7 by 1, let's do it here. 7 by 1. 1 sevens are 7, 0. Okay, this is 0, right? That means the remainder is 0. So if this is 0, and for this case, for I is equals to 1, this condition is true. It will get inside of the block, if block, and the value will increment. That means C is not 0 anymore, it is 1, because the value is incremented by 1. Then again it will go back here, step 1, it is incremented by 1, that is I is 2 now. So 2 less than equals to 7, condition is true, but 7 divided by, modulus 2 is not equals to 0, then it will come out of the loop. It means this condition is false. So false, we've connected here. So it will go back again, the value will again increment, that is I is not 2 anymore, it is 3. So 3 less than equals to 7. This condition is again true, but 7 modulus 3 is not equals to 0. That means condition false. It will go back again. So again it is 4 now, incremented by 1, the value of I. 4 modulus 7 is not again 0. We'll check the condition first. 4 less than equals to 7, here it is true. Then 7 modulus 4 is not equals to 0. That means the value of C will not increment. It will go back again to check the value. So I is now 5. So 5 less than equals to 7. Condition true, but 7 modulus 5 is not equals to 0. That means false. It will get back again to the for loop. Condition now it is 6. I is now 6. So 7 modulus 6 false. It is not equals to 0. So that means it will go back here and it will again go to the for loop. So it will be 7 now. So 7 less than equal to, less than or equal to 7. So 7 is equal to 7. That means this condition is true. It will get back again here. So if 7 modulus 7 is equals to 0, that means it is equal to 0. So this condition is now true. So again C will increment by 1. So earlier the value of C was 1. So and now it is 2. Okay. Then it will again go back to the loop. It is the value of I is incremented by 1. That is the value of I is now 8. So 8 modulus 7 is not equal to 0. So the condition will not be true. 8 less than or equal to n, this condition is false. So it will not go in this loop. It will come out of the loop and it will check the condition. So it will check if C is equals to 2. What is the value of 2? What is the value of C? Sorry, it is 2. So if 2 is equals to 2, that is the condition is true. So it will print it is prime. For n is equal to 7, the output will be it is prime. So this is the flowchart. I hope you understood the logic. Let me show you the flowchart. If you want to take screenshot of the flowchart, you can. Now let us write the code. It is very easy now, as I have already discussed the dry run and the flowchart. Now it would be very easy for you to write the code. So let me just write it for you guys. You can write it by yourself and check if there is any mistake. So this is the if block, this is the for block, this is this if block, this is the else block, and this is the main function. I hope you guys understood the code. It is very simple as we did in the flowchart. We have declared the variable first, I for the loop, n for the number, for storing the number that the user will input. Here we have scanned the value of n, flag value we have taken, or the counter we can say is 0. So the loop here I've discussed in the dry run how this loop works, and this if condition, if this c is equals to 2, then we will give the command it is prime, otherwise it is not prime.